In today's video, I want to talk about how we saved one of our client ad accounts in just a little under 90 days. So in about 2 months of time, we helped them increase their ad results by 15%, which meant them being able to stay afloat with their direct-to-consumer division and actually keep up and growing their brand on that front. Look, this is actually a thriving brand on the wholesale sector. D2C has been wobbly since iOS 14.5. And again, this 15% increase meant that they could finally start investing a little bit more into ads and see some substantial growth with the brand. So let's get straight into it. This is the before that you see on screen, which was actually in March of this year. So their overall account ROAS was of 1.94. They were achieving 1.89 on Facebook, 3 on Google. So we had just launched Google at that point. If you remove Google from the equation, it was actually less than 1.94. It was. You can see it right there. It was a 1.89 at that point. And Facebook has just started to increase also during that month. The reason why I'm actually sharing this month and not the months prior where the ROAS was actually below 1, it was a 0.9 during that period, is because the investment was slightly higher too. It was actually at $17,000 per month, which in this one, it was actually at $11,000. So I want to give this comparison a fair shot. So give or take 1.89 right there, as we had literally just introduced Google at that point, which was already a huge bump up from the 0.9 that we had the month prior on Facebook. And now if we post on screen the after screenshot of things of an account average of 2.28 for a similar investment, Google had an increase. So Google basically doubled the budget and had an increase as ROAS from 3 to 3.67, and Facebook went from 1.89 to 2.14, again in the dead middle of summer, where a lot of our client accounts actually dropped slightly because of the month of July and everybody being out on vacation. So I want to talk about a couple ways that we made this transition, got this bump up in 15% performance in, again, a little bit under 2 months, and how between what I would qualify as month 0 and month 1, we more than doubled the ad account results. So the first one being simply attribution. Attribution was completely off and skewed with that brand when we switched to Triple L. Already there within a month, this mere 0.99 went up to a 1.7 during that period. So that helped quite a lot. Again, just hopping on Triple L helped us see better which ads were working and helped us optimize the accounts from a bit of a different perspective. So that aside, again, tremendous help on that front, which is pretty much contributed to the bump up from month 0 to month 1 in terms of ad account results. But still, we were doing okay and staying barely at the break-even point. So for them to break even with the current offers that we're running, they had to be at 1.85. Again, that is with the offers, accounting for agency fees and everything. If you're thinking about a break-even point without the offers, it was much lower. It was like a 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, something along those lines. So technically, without an offer, we were above break-even ROAS, but obviously with the current offers that we were running, we were not profitable at that point, or at least at the very edge of the threshold of profitability. Because again, they needed to hit 1.85, and as I showed you in the before screenshot, where we were actually at 1.89 during that period. So again, just slightly, the head was slightly above the water during that period, and we were not really comfortable staying at that point. And now finally, we managed to keep the same ad spend and increase the ROAS to 2.28 within about 2 months. So from the month of March, April, all the way to end of June, early July, we basically got the accounts to 2.28. First thing that I'm gonna mention that really helped with that is honestly the importance of time. This is something that we reconsidered on a bit of a post-mortem analysis with this client, as looking at all of that, with most of the brands that we work with, we start with a 3-month minimum. And a lot of the time, this is kind of the industry standard, it's 3-month minimums. We've switched for a little while last year to a 6-month minimum. And funny enough, all the brands that came to work with us for that period of time actually got better results, and they stayed longer than the clients that came initially for 90 days. Why? Simply because of time. The more time that we had, the better we understood the accounts, and the more familiar we were with the audience, the markets, and some of the specific aspects of that brand. So time was on our side at that point, because look, we started working with these clients at the end of November of 2022. They kind of missed the ball on the Black Friday events. So we started working with them as they had no agencies prior to that. Ads were on the decline since iOS 14. Black Friday was okay-ish. So we took over the account in a period of the year where, again, they had finished their Black Friday sales. December was hitting, and they're not really a winter brand. January was hitting, again, not really a winter brand. So we were swimming against the currents at that point. But if you fast forward to July, that puts us a little over 8 months of working with that client. So just with time, we managed to understand the account better, and now it becomes much easier to optimize when we're more familiar with this. So time is one of the, I gotta give credit to time on that front of things. Then taking the matter to our own heads really helped a lot, which is part of the reason why last year we introduced ad creatives at the agency, UGC, etc. Because a lot of the time is all of these agencies, including us, honestly, a year ago, we were at the mercy of the clients. Is if we did not have the right assets, if the website wasn't optimized, look, there was so many things that could play against us. Ads could be the best ads in the world. If all of these things were not optimized, well, we would not get the results. And at the end of the day, we would be the one credited for getting or not getting the results. So it was important for us to take the matter into our own hands. So during the summer period, the owner actually had to focus a lot more on the wholesale side of the business. So we kind of were alone with the direct-to-consumer side of things. So we tested our own offers, tested different products, and this is honestly where we kind of came up a lot with our own agenda for what we wanted to test, as initially the owner was kind of telling us a little bit more what he wanted to test, what he wanted to kind of go with the brand. But as soon as we took matter into our own hands, again, it helped increase the ad accounts performances. And the third thing was just Google ads. You kind of saw it earlier. Look, from 0 to 3x ROAS within just a couple of days with $500 in ad spend. Then again, a month and a half later, we doubled the spend to about $1,000 per month. And then now to this day, we're still increasing the ad spend because again, that was actually in July. So about a month and a half ago at this point. But nonetheless, just introducing Google added again a platform. We got an above 3x ROAS. And from that, most of it came from either the shopping or keyword campaigns that we set on that front. So dramatically helped with the ads performances as a whole. And with the exception of one out of our 16 brands right now at the agency, every single client is on at least 2 ad platforms. Why? For that exact reason. There are days where Facebook will perform better than Google. There are days where Google will perform better than Facebook. There are days where TikTok is king. There are days where TikTok is honestly really not the best. So to kind of average everything out and to make sure that you're everywhere, again, omnipresence is something that I keep talking about. It's pretty much the motto of the agency, being omnipresent. So with omnipresence and the fact that there is a volatile aspect to these ads performances on these specific channels, it just is natural for us to at least be on 2 ad channels. 4 reasons again mentioned in this video, and for the results that you've seen improve just by introducing a second ad channel. So as a recap, how do we save that ad account? First of all, time. I'm gonna attribute that to time and luck. Honestly, like we just worked with that client for more time. That allowed us to understand them better and to just get the gist of it, to be quite honest with you. Second thing is attribution software allowed us to actually take better ad decisions. So Triple L was key within that success. Third one, introducing a new ad channel. So Google really helped with the results. And honestly, with just these 3 things right here, we were able to kind of recoup this ad accounts to a place where it was sustainable and where scale was a possibility. Now, if you're watching this and you're an e-commerce brand or store owner making at least $20,000 to $30,000 a month with your brand, I invite you to click on the link in the description down below and book in a very short demo call with our team. On that call, we'll take a look at your brand, see if you're a good fit for one of our e-commerce marketing programs like our TikTok advertising program, UGC done for you, omni-channel marketing, etc. And then we'll help you scale through one of these ways. If not, worst comes to worst, we'll just leave you with a free action plan to implement on your own. So on that note, make sure you check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.